look better. Do you have any questions? Let's try this live stream. Not sure how it works. This is my first stream and I will do my best to make it look better. Do you have any questions? Okay, so basically when I trying, I already... Let's try this live stream. Not sure how it works. This is my first stream. Okay, so what we do is we first focus on all the darker areas. Let's try this live stream. Not sure how it works. This is my first stream and I will do my best. Okay, this should work now. So this is hairs. These are hairs, sorry. So the goal here is to put all the shadows in the beginning so that you do not have to... It's just like, we will keep on making mistakes and then we start correcting it. So drawing, my process is similar. I'll just put all the... Hi Gabriel, it's just a female figure, nothing that in detail. I just want to actually understand how to live stream on X. This is my first time, so I'm just trying some features, and for that I've just taken a random female figure. The thing that you're currently watching on screen is just the shadows area. So with time I'm gonna refine it and then it gonna be turn out to be a very beautiful lady. I hope so. So let's go ahead. Okay, so I'll go now for, mostly people prefer white color, but usually I prefer rubber for my white color. It works like a charm. And when you're doing digital painting, it gives you an additional access to just switch from to rubber and the black paint, just like that. And the reason why I do most of the black and white painting is because I'm a lazy person. I'll be honest. I used to draw lots of colors, but drawing in black and white is just like you just have to deal with two colors. And since I rarely sell any art, I just do it for my fun. I have all the freedom, I can do whatever I want. Basically, it's a very fun process. It's like you are doing a meditation. You do, it's a white canvas, you can do whatever you want. It's just like it's your life, your rules. There is no one who is going to judge you. You have full freedom to do whatever you want. And that is the reason I prefer sketching. I don't know how many people are watching. 5 views, nice. Guys, you can also ask question, any random stuff, whatever you like. Meanwhile, I'll just try to share what I think while drawing. And there is one more thing. People ask me why I make lots of females. There is actually no reason for it. I think they are beautiful, they are attractive. I think that's a good enough reason to draw them. And most of my friends are females, so you have from the beginning itself, they have asked me to draw them, so I think I kind of get used to them. And by the way, this is all from deep respect for them. It is nothing like I just draw girls with less clothes and something like, no. My friends appreciate this a lot. In my college days, I used to make sketches for couples. They used to pay me a decent pocket money. I even taught a couple of my friends. Only one of the guy was able to learn how to sketch from me. The rest were just wanted to impress people around them. And now he's an architect. I'm not taking any credits for him. He was actually a very talented person. So look at that. It just the darkness, the black spot that I created. I'm just using the rubber to create the shadows. So basically, normal process of any artist or drawer who makes portraits is that they prefer to put everything in right place. For example, they would put eyes in the perfect place, nose in the perfect place. They will define where the lips are. But that's not how I draw. I have tried that, but then it requires lots of focus and learning too, because you need to be symmetrical. You need to be very correct in judging where you're going to put your next line. And I don't think this is the best thing to do as an artist. You have to be rebellious. You should think yourself that I can, excuse me, I can do whatever I want and nobody can stop me. That is the reason I just put any run. I just find the shadows. I'll just fill the shadows. I will find the light and then I will fill the light. When I'm satisfied with the face, then I will move to the next part. Obviously, this is not going to be a nude sketch. I'm gonna make her wear some stuff. Just trying to create an image in my mind to image as in the symmetry, like everything is as symmetrical as it should be. It's actually very important to have things symmetrical, otherwise it will not look natural. Okay. So I think my this should be the end line for our jawline, and rest we can fit inside. And when you're not that confident, or if you are doing it first time, I think the best idea is to avoid adding lots of details. For example, the trick that I'm using here, I'm covering a face with the hairs, because if I have to draw the eyes, it is going to be a lot more challenging, because eyes are the main thing, and it requires a lot of dedication and detail. So that is the reason I'm avoiding her eyes. It's just a normal slit, nothing much. And this is the lips. I'm gonna use a very sharp pencil to define it later. But for now, let's create the shadows for our lips. That would give us the reference of our next area where we need to focus. This is the trick. The best thing about painting is that anybody can enjoy it. The only reason that many people do not enjoy is because they compare themselves with grandmasters who have invested their years in learning the craft. So never compare with them. Just find what you like to draw. Just keep trying. Mostly just enjoy whatever you are doing. But either it's music or anything, if you start comparing yourself with others, you're soon gonna leave that craft. The only reason I learned a digital sketch is because I bought an iPad as an excuse, and now I had to justify it. That is the only reason that got me to learn this. Otherwise, I mostly prefer drawing it on paper. Thank you, Jar Jar Beef. Actually, it's your idea. Thank you, friend. I never knew I could do that. I mean, the live streaming part. Obviously, I can draw. And it is also very relaxing because I always draw at night. I raise fund for startups, so my business is actually very demanding. So just to cool off, I make sketches at night. There is no any monetary reason behind it. So it just gets me into relaxed mode so that I can forget what I did the whole day. It is a normal tendency of mind. If you focus deeply on something, if you lose stress, whether it's music or anything, it doesn't matter. Or whether it's gaming, it doesn't matter. If you know how to focus on any task, you will lose stress. I think our shoulder is quite off, so I need to create some balance. So I think this should come here, I guess. So should make it like this. Let's make it a little bit unrealistic. And then you should have like this. Cool. This is also nice. Let's make her waist smaller. First, okay, this should be the reason where her waist should be. And usually, there is always a diagonal line from a navel valley to the dip in the back. So, this is actually main trick for if you really want to understand, our head is like this, then our skeleton is like this, and our hip is like this. Our body just revolve around these three circles. Just connect this, this. This way you can really create whole body. We remove this first. So this is my first stream. I have to make sure that it's a good one. Okay, so this is going to be now the hip reason. Let her wear some dresses first. This is my dress. More details later. And this is how our bump should be. This is what we can say, I guess. Let's use some black spray. Let's first put the darkness in the background, and then slowly and gradually we will just lift it up with white color. For example, the waistline, this is the waistline. We need some shadows over here. We need some light and shadow in region, and in this region we need a little bit darkness. It is always complementary. If you have light on one side, shadow should be created on the other side, and you can be just rough with it. You do not have to be accurate. That is the goal. There are no rules in drawing. If you want, I can even give her tails. little bit off from here, like this. I like her waist, by the way. Nowadays, we all are struggling to have a flat tummy. So you can say it's actually not a real woman until unless she's what. By the way, is my voice clear? Do let me know because I have no way to figure out whether is my voice even audible or not. I should experiment more on these areas and make it look much more professional. It is actually turning out quite good, I guess. I'm not gonna make her right hand. So as you can see, it doesn't take much long. I'm not sure how much time we invested in it as of now, but that's the beauty of practice. I remember in my college days, if I have to just make only this much sketch, I would just take 2 to 3 days because there would be lots of errors. And this is not the case around now. Usually, whatever the line that I make is mostly right. And this comes with practice, but more than practice, you need to enjoy the stuff. It's just like what we do on X. When we love branding, we do it, we keep doing it. Whenever we wake up in the night, we just do it. So never compare yourself with anybody else. They all are stupid. Now I just need to create a perfect balance of light and dark, and which takes time, and that would create make this image into a very beautiful art piece. So I'll just take a pencil, a sharp one, and then I will, like, this is close so it cannot be straight. It should have these foldings. This is where it connects with the hand. Sure, it should be dark, and this is the under boob, under breast, whatever we call, I don't know. It should be curved from the back because human body is like a cylinder. You cannot always put straight lines. If you're creating an anime character, in that case, you are allowed to use a lot of straight line. Have you played the game Marvel Rivals? It is similar to that. They, as you can see, their art style, they have created it with just straight lines. I'm receiving lots of messages on WhatsApp, which I'm not going to respond until unless I complete my stream. As you can see how I started it and how it turned out. And there are small mistakes. I think I should make her quite natural. She should have a little bit volume in her. So I need to add some volume. So this should do the trick. And since this is the dark side, I can make as many lines as I want because I cannot do that many adjustments on the front side. I can do. That's the beauty of digital sketch. You can do as many adjustments as you like. Hmm. Then this is our what's I'll just mark it here. On my desktop, it looks like I should add a little bit more volume. I should do the trick. Let's make this one dark. Let's create the shadows over here. If this stream is successful, I will try to create on regular basis because I draw regularly. So I think I should, I just need to stream it. I do not have to put any additional setup. I might use a better microphone. Currently, I'm just using my laptop as source of capturing the audio, and I'm sharing my iPad screen for video. I think I should drop a cloth from here, something like this. Let's use a wider pencil. Well, anyways, this is actually not a pencil, this is charcoal. Nephew is sleeping. He's a small kid, 6 years old. By the way, any of you guys have experience with raising funds? Do contact me. I have lots of opportunities in that area. You can make a very good money if you're interested. Should do the job. This is the hanging cloth in front of her. I should have created this blouse. This is an Indian attire. So it actually turning out quite well. Interesting. I'm not going to put much focus on this area because this is not our subject. Our subject is her face and her body and her hairs. So for that I need to zoom in a bit. And let's start with white, mark her ears, just the shadow. As you can see, the only thing that I did is the lazy stuff. See how I have marked her ears, just a slit. So that's what I'm telling you. It doesn't matter. There are no rules until unless you are working for someone. Of course, in that case, there are rules because they have demands. But my preference is to just enjoy the work because it's not my main source of income. But for someone who is working, they have to follow the rules. Best way to avoid making face is to let the hairs fall on the face. Drawing hairs is actually easy. That is the reason. It does is where you find this pro. Okay, I strongly believe that everyone should have some or the other type of creative activity in their life because you uncover areas in your imagination and in your brain when you go into the thought process of creating something which actually doesn't exist. Obviously, we are not physicists, we do not have that great fund to create an actual thing, but with art, music, and everything, and dance too, gives us the opportunity to explore imagination because imagination is superpower. The more you use it, the more creative you become. And it does help in problem solving as well. A lot of my success in business, I would just dedicate it to art because it has forced me in looking into the problems in a way that a normal person would not look at it. And this way, I have created many solutions. Even I have created many tools as well, not from even from IT background, but I was able to do it. So it is very important to be creative. So if you're still thinking, I would just recommend start writing. The easiest way. Whenever you come across any thought, just write it. I used to write a lot, but just once I started using Twitter X, whenever I get a random thought, even if it is funny, because I know that Twitter is not about storing the data, it's all about what's the current data is. What were you doing 10 days before? Nobody looks at it. It is so dynamic. So whenever I get a thought, I just post because I know after 10 days it's not going to be relevant. In Instagram, people would scroll your feeds, what you're doing. I don't think on X people does that. People just would look at their timeline or a couple of 4 to 5 posts from your timeline. They won't go on that depth. So I think it is good to where whatever you're feeling, just express it because after a couple of hours or minute, nobody would care. And sometimes it sparks random conversations, which is very interesting. Which is, for example, today I posted that pimples are like, sorry, volcanoes are like pimples for Earth. So many people responded to me personally. Dude, that was crazy. How do you, what you're thinking before writing? It means it doesn't matter what they think. It does think that, okay, it at least started a conversation. That's what's matter. And I find it funny. I think it's true. I think we should ask AI whether it's actually true or not. If volcanoes are pimple, then obviously Japan would be the face of Earth. In old days, there were no platform. People were complaining that only lucky people get platform. And in our time, we have all the platform available. But only thing is, competition is as such. So basically, in whatever era you're living, you cannot just make your earning without putting any effort. You cannot blame old days. You cannot blame competition in new era. It is always gonna be you have to be better so that you can stand out. So that is the problem with artists. They try to copy and then they expect, okay, people would like them. But why would they like you? There are 100 ways to do same thing. But if your style is just like everybody else, it will not create any emotion in somebody else. And that is the problem. Whatever you do, it should create something and then only people will. And I think if we are chasing money while creating content, we cannot make better content. As a company, we can do because we have data analysis, we have research analyst team who decides what kind of stuff people are liking. But if you're just a creative individual and you just want to understand how creative you can be, in that case, it would be an injustice to your craft. So, whatever you're doing, whatever your daily life is, it doesn't matter how much you're earning. Just try to have some creative hobby, create an hobby, and just enjoy. Because then, once you are in the zone of creation, time will stop making sense to you, like it never existed. So, if time never exists, stress, depression not exist too. Well, it looks like almost. I am so impressed. Thank you, Anju. Thank you for connecting. Yes, it is a kind of shading. It's in a charcoal medium, but I'm using it on Procreate application. That's the beauty of digital art. You can make as many errors as you want because in just one tab you can just correct it. And it is just like a normal flow. Like whenever you see that there is something off, just try to add some strokes over there. There are no rules. Even I don't know what I do. Most of the time, when art is completed, at that time I only get to know that what I created. Okay, so there is, as you can see, everything is good. Only thing is on our top there is a lot of darkness. So what we will do is we will try to use little bit of shadows because light is coming from this side. So we will just add random lines. So that would give us the illusion of light bouncing back from her shoulders. And always cheek women wear a lot of makeup, and that is the reason their cheek is also when they are well dressed up, their cheek always are very shiny. So just try to add light on cheek and a little bit on forehead and a little bit on lips because of lipstick and this, I don't know what we call this part, but these are the area which normally shines. Also on top of eyes, these are the area which normally shines. So we are going to focus on that. Just do it like this. It's random lights. Okay, now I think we should use a small pencil, make it in a white color, and just a little bit texture to hairs. Wow, 20 people are watching. This is amazing. I tried on YouTube and only one people watched, and that was me from my other mobile phone. So X is quite good. This is the area should also have light. This is also should have light. There should be reflections on hairs. This is how we do it. Those reflections on hairs create an illusion of light bouncing from the head. Usually shoulders are the shadow of neck, so we're gonna create that. For those who are seeing me switching the tools, I'm actually not switching the tools. I'm just switching two things. One is thick pencil and one is thin pencil. That's the only thing that I'm doing. And in color, I'm just using black and white. So do not get confused when I click on any tools. Everything is just simple. As I told in the beginning, I'm quite a lazy person, so I do not want to overcomplicate with effects and everything. You know, the way other artists does their work. Look, yeah, you can look on YouTube. They invest like a hell lot of talent. I think they actually use everything that they know. And I have a belief that things should be simple. If you can do it easily, you would do it daily. And if you need a proper setup to do it, you will not do it. Just like, those who have a habit of gym, they only do exercise when they go to gym. And for those who prefer home workout, they can work out anywhere, even on travel. So that's the difference. So just try to be easy. Art is always supposed to be easy. I think it's good for now. Okay, I'll post it when I'm done. I think this is good. That's all from me. I'll try if you have ideas, you can message me and I will try to make on that. For now, this is enough. So thank you guys for joining. I will just try to stop the stream. I need to look where can I do that. So where to stop the stream? Does anybody have any idea? Hmm. I don't know how to stop this stream. Okay, there is one option and okay, I got it. Thank you guys for connecting. I will try to make more of my art. Uh, I would even appreciate your suggestions. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you guys. Good night. Take care.